All right, so you picked up that journal, you know the one that I'm talking about, but you haven't started actually doing the work on it. Hi guys, I'm Danielle Massey. I'm a shadow work expert, and here's the things that you need to know about shadow work to help you actually put that thing to good use. First and foremost, you need to understand that shadow is a term that means the unconscious mind. It is akin to all the things that you are hiding and bearing away from yourself. And when you get into the process of going into the shadow, you're pulling that stuff up to the surface in order to help yourself heal. You're essentially going to the moments that have made you who you are, for better or for worse, and changing them for good. Now, the tricky thing about journals like this is that the shadow is literally the thing that makes you stop doing the things that are good for you. The reason why is because your brain processes information, stores it as memories, and changes the way you see the world, and it's all hidden from you. So when you start to do something that's good for you, you stop yourself based on those old shadows, those moments from your past that make you who you are. So you procrastinate or you come up with 1,000 reasons why you can't get it done. But that's not the truth. That's just what your brain is telling you. And here's how to push past it. The first thing you want to do is get yourself out of fight or flight, because when you're in that space where you're telling yourself it's not going to work, you're probably a little bit activated. Think of some ways that you can get your nervous system calmed down using things like a box breath or any kind of technique that's going to get you into rest and digest. Try that first. And then the next thing you're going to do after you get your whole system calm is to evaluate and explore why it is that you're stopping yourself. Start to ask yourself questions that'll get you underneath that. When was the first time that I ever felt this exact way? How far back does that memory go? Who has told me these things about myself? Like, who's told me that I'm a procrastinator, or told me that I always leave things to the last minute, or that I'm not good enough to get stuff done? That information is going to help you get to the root. And then lastly, truthfully, a journal is not going to get you all the way into the shadow. It can't, because the memories are unconscious. So a journal is only going to be able to get you to the subconscious, and that's okay. It's a beautiful place to start. What you can do with that is you can just recognize in that moment that even though there's more to do, you are doing something. So create a mantra for yourself about how you are doing something, you are moving forward. It's going to be amazing. And you have the ability to do this. Create this mantra and let it become the new thing that you tell yourself, instead of saying, I'm a procrastinator, or I'm not good enough, or whatever the old bullshit thing they used to say was. This new mantra will help carry you through until you can actually do the real shadow work later. And just so you guys know, traditional shadow work is practiced by going into the unconscious mind through accessing a meditative state. And when you're in that meditative state, you can actually revisit the memories and change the way that they sit in your body. Let me know if you guys have any questions.